I want more of that. It's a useful plant, you know. And there's all these hundreds of other useful plants and trees that we could collect in this area that we know aren't dangerous because they can't reproduce themselves. But we're actually looking for that weird sweet spot where it can reproduce itself, but not too much. In other words, a little bit, like it doesn't spread quickly. And there is a plant that I put in that I didn't like how it was going. I don't think it's dangerous here. That's the other thing with climate change, is it something that is fine here now, may all die off. We could put something in that can't reproduce now, and later it could. You know, or maybe it's something very, very valuable and we're willing to do the work. But I'm less concerned about agriculture and more about making sure that there are trees at all, right? Because agriculture takes work, and a lot of it. Not the way we currently do it. Like, you get fed food that is made by gasoline. It's made by an oil-fueled agricultural system that usually is stealing water from the ecosystem, and that's also unsustainable. That's why we're losing lakes. That's why in California and the big agricultural regions, you know, they make exceptions and they steal a little more water from the aquifer, but they're always stealing it at a faster rate than it can recharge. So it's similar to the oil problem, except oil is going to recharge even slower. But, you know, it may take 10,000 years for an aquifer to recharge. And that was if we stopped using all the water, which we're not going to do until we're dead. So we're in this really fragile position in so many ways. And almost all industrial agriculture, or maybe I could say all, safely dangerous word to use, but almost all of it can't be continued. It won't be continuing. And people will starve. No question about it. I mean, you look at the water situation, everybody now is talking about it. And I've been talking about that shit for 30 years and here for 20. And people are finally starting to get it. It's not working. You know, they're going to watch the hills become hills without trees. They're going to lose their resin jobs. They're not going to have water to drink. And hopefully they won't have water to flush their toilets with, which is why I've suggested to some of my friends who build stuff that they could start a business of building composting toilets. Every single composting toilet that they build will be saving water. And there's been some efforts at rain capture, but they were doing it in ferro-cement cisterns, which is not a good way to go because ferro-cement cisterns always leak. And also they're not earthquake proof. That's why I'm actually in favor of the big plasticky ones. I think I have one, my biggest one's 7,000 liters. It could be bigger, I don't know. I think it's 7,000, maybe it's 10. But that one in an earthquake won't break. It won't die. And it gets exposed to the sun. So if we actually built in earthquake-proof buildings, we had a massive amount of water stored, then we'll have water. And for more and more of the world, that really does matter. I mean, if you don't have water, you don't have life. There was a case in a city I was reading about, and part of the city had a water shortage. And within 3 days, people were robbing water trucks with guns. 3 days. Because you can go about 3 days without water. And if your baby doesn't have water, you're going to do anything you have to get it. You know? And food is the same deal. Where if the rainy season gets shorter, and if we don't learn how to grow food all year long, and also to store food, which is equally as good as growing it all year long. But, you know, I want to build like a whole building that's just designed to solar dehydrate without photovoltaic panels, to solar dehydrate food. That's a real solution. And so I'm surrounded by all these problems, that I see real solutions for, and nobody's doing shit. I mean, right now they're sicking the police on the avocado farmers and finding them, which is, I guess, fine, but that doesn't solve our larger problem at all. Hopefully I'll make it back there before they cut down too many of those trees. Although there's nothing I can do about it. That's why I left. I mean, they make really good decisions about which ones to cut. They might leave some that they don't think are infected, but the problem is that you can't tell if a tree is infected right away. And so even the biggest one, the one I want to save, because I want it to have seeds, I want it to grow more baby pine trees, that one also might be infected. I guess we could take off a piece of bark on it and then see. God damn it, the store is fucking closed. God, it's so annoying. Oh well, I'll walk to a different store. But it's the wrong day to be out walking. It's the wrong time of day. But the guys showed up later than I thought. I thought they were going to come early, but they already cut some trees today. The price of wood has also gone down because the pine beetle plague has caused there to be a surplus of pine wood. And so it's all connected problems. I'll see you later. Good luck to you. I would suggest thinking about these issues with regard to where you live, and because even if you get more rain than here, you still don't want to be wasting any of it, especially when we look at how much water is used for agriculture, you know, for almonds and stuff like that. It's like we're in dire shape as a planet.